Wake up! Wake up! Wake up!
This video isn't meant to scare you. It's meant to wake you up. Imagine waking up one day and realizing that most of your life has already been spent, and you barely noticed it happening. Not because you were lazy, not because you didn't care, but because you thought you had more time. We all live with a silent assumption in the background of our minds that life is long, that there will always be another chance, another Monday, another year to finally start becoming the person we promised ourselves we would be. But here's the truth that most people avoid thinking about. Your life is not measured in years, it's measured in moments, and moments disappear faster than you think. If you live to be around 80 years old, that's roughly 4,000 weeks. When you hear 80 years, it sounds like a lifetime. But when you hear 4,000 weeks, it suddenly feels limited, concrete, finite. And the scary part is this: a large portion of those weeks are already gone. Some were spent learning how to walk and talk. Some were spent in school trying to figure out who you are. Some were spent worrying about things that don't even matter anymore. And the rest, they're being spent right now. The question is not whether time is passing. It always is. The real question is, are you awake while it's happening? Most people live on autopilot. They wake up, check their phones, rush through their mornings, complain about their jobs, scroll through endless feeds, and go to bed telling themselves they'll start living for real someday. When they have more money, more confidence, more certainty. But someday is a dangerous word, because someday easily turns into years, and years quietly turn into decades. And one day you look back and realize you were always preparing to live, but you forgot to actually live. This video isn't meant to scare you, it's meant to wake you up. Because there is a powerful shift that happens when you truly understand how precious your time is. You stop treating your days like rehearsals. You start treating them like the main performance. Think about the people at the end of their lives. When researchers ask them what they regret most, their answers are rarely about working too hard toward a dream. They don't regret taking risks to pursue something meaningful. Their biggest regrets are almost always the same. I wish I had the courage to live a life true to myself. I wish I hadn't worked so much on things that didn't matter. I wish I had spent more time with the people I love. I wish I had allowed myself to be happier. Notice what's missing from that list. No one wishes they had spent more time scrolling. No one wishes they had worried more about other people's opinions. No one wishes they had delayed their dreams even longer. Regret is a powerful teacher. And the beauty is, you don't have to wait until you're old to learn from it. You can borrow that wisdom right now. Imagine meeting your 80-year-old self. They're sitting in front of you, carrying the weight of every choice you've ever made, every risk you took, every opportunity you ignored, every moment you chose comfort over growth. What would they say to you? Would they thank you for chasing what mattered, for being brave when it was uncomfortable, for investing in relationships and experiences instead of distractions? Or would they beg you to stop wasting time? This perspective changes everything. Suddenly, the small fears that hold you back start to look small. The fear of embarrassment, the fear of failure, the fear of being judged. Years from now, those fears will be invisible. But the consequences of your inaction will not. Failure is temporary. Embarrassment fades. But the pain of never trying can echo for a lifetime. Here's something most people misunderstand about time. It doesn't just pass, it compounds. The habits you repeat every day are quietly building your future. Every hour you spend learning, creating, or improving as an investment. And every hour you spend numbing yourself with distractions is a withdrawal. You don't suddenly wake up successful, healthy, or fulfilled. You arrive there gradually through thousands of small decisions that felt insignificant in the moment. That's why your daily life matters so much. Not the dramatic milestones, not the once-in-a-lifetime events, but the ordinary Tuesday afternoons, the quiet mornings, the routines no one else sees. This is where your life is actually shaped. If you wait for motivation to strike before taking action, you'll spend most of your life waiting. Motivation is unreliable. It comes and goes like the weather. But clarity is different. When you're clear about the fact that your time is limited, action stops being optional. It becomes urgent in the best possible way. Not rushed or panicked, but intentional. You start asking better questions. Instead of, what do I feel like doing right now? You ask, what kind of life am I building with this choice? Instead of, how do I avoid discomfort? You ask, which discomfort is worth it for the future I want? Because every meaningful path involves discomfort. Growth is uncomfortable. Learning is uncomfortable. Change is uncomfortable. But so is regret. And one of those discomforts leads to expansion, pride, and fulfillment. The other leads to a quiet, persistent ache of what could have been. Another truth that can change how you see your life is this: you don't need to have everything figured out to move forward. Many people stay stuck because they're waiting for certainty. They want a guaranteed plan, a perfect roadmap, a promise that their efforts will pay off. But certainty is a myth. No one who has ever built something meaningful had a clear, flawless path from the beginning. They moved with incomplete information. They made mistakes. They adjusted as they went. Action creates clarity, not the other way around. When you take a step, even a small one, the fog lifts just enough to reveal the next step, and then the next. Waiting for perfect clarity is like standing at the bottom of a staircase in the dark, refusing to move until the entire staircase is illuminated. It will never happen. But if you take one step, a light turns on. And that's enough. There's also a deeper layer to all of this. How you experience your life is shaped less by your circumstances and more by your attention. Where your attention goes, your life goes. If your attention is constantly pulled toward comparison, negativity, and distraction, your days will feel scattered and unsatisfying. But if you intentionally direct your attention toward growth, gratitude, and presence, the same external life can feel entirely different. This is why two people can live similar lives, but experience them in completely different ways. One is trapped in endless dissatisfaction, always chasing the next thing. The other finds meaning in the process, appreciating progress and small victories. The difference is perspective. And perspective is a choice you can practice every day. You can choose to see challenges as proof that you're moving forward instead of signs that you should quit. You can choose to see failures as feedback instead of final verdicts. You can choose to see time as a gift instead of an endless resource to be wasted. When you adopt this mindset, even ordinary moments become significant. A conversation with a friend becomes an opportunity to connect deeply. A workout becomes a celebration of what your body can do. A workday becomes a chance to sharpen your skills and contribute something meaningful. Life stops feeling like something that's happening to you and starts feeling like something you're actively creating. And here's the most important part. You don't need to overhaul your entire life overnight to change how you see it. Transformation rarely happens in giant leaps. It happens in small, consistent shifts. One honest conversation, one focused hour of work, one decision to prioritize what truly matters. Stack enough of those moments together, and you build a life that feels intentional instead of accidental. Right now, as you're listening to this, time is still moving. Another minute of your 4,000 weeks has passed. But instead of letting that thought create anxiety, let it create clarity. You are here. You are alive. And you still have the power to shape what comes next. Your past does not disqualify you. The mistakes you've made, the time you feel you've wasted, the opportunities you missed, none of them erase your ability to choose differently starting now. The only moment you can ever act in is this one. And this moment is enough. So take a breath and ask yourself a simple but powerful question. If I truly understood how valuable my time is, what would I do differently today? Maybe you would start that project you've been postponing. Maybe you would reach out to someone you care about. Maybe you would take the first step toward a goal that scares you. Whatever your answer is, honor it. Because your life is not waiting somewhere in the future. It's unfolding right now in the choices you make after this video ends. Years from today, you will look back on this period of your life